Hey guys, this is Nitra back once again. My daughter decided to wait this late to wash her hair. Oh, so this video is long overdue. Actually, my sister V Mix did it a while ago. You guys go check her out, where she did her favorite decade. And I was an 80s baby, and I love the 80s. She did the 80s. She did a video from the 80s, and it brought back so many memories. I want to say my favorite decade is the 80s. But since I was only a little girl, the most I remember just like a tidbit of the 80s. So it would have to be the 90s. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to reminisce about the 90s. I don't have any questions. I'm doing it off top of the dome, what I remember, so you guys bear with me or whatever. I'm only doing this because my daughter's doing her hair and I got to twist it up and all other kind of stuff. Lord, give me strength. But anyway, here we go. I actually am doing the 90s, which brought back a lot of memories for me. I'm on YouTube every night, and most of the music I listen to is from 80s, mostly 90s. And the thing about the 90s was they were fun, they were laid back, everything was happening. You know, I'm the girl that loved all the house parties. I'm the girl that wanted the black boots everybody was wearing, and my mom said, no, you're not getting boots, you better rock them kids. And I love kids to this day, although my kids look at them and be like, what? And I'm like, y'all saying what? And these shoes is like $50, no lie, at Shoe Carnival. And I remember getting the shoes for like, what, $5 at the local Fred store, well, back in the day. Also, the different color scrunchies. You guys remember that? I had long hair, so anytime I tried to do one of them styles, it would take forever. I was the girl that well, I'm going natural now. This is just my natural hair. Y'all see how my natural hair curl up? I want to do crochet braid. But my oldest child beat me to it. I ended up paying for her to get it done. So now I have to come up with something new. See how it just curls up? This is just like water. And if I put gel, it'll lay down on the side or whatever. And then voila, I'm doing wash tonight. But anyway, you guys let me know if you have some ideas for what I can do. I know I need to trim the back or whatever. But anyway, getting back to the 90s, I was one of them girls that had to get their hair washed every Saturday. My mom was faithful that. No relaxers, nothing. And I had all the color beads a girl can ask for. A big pickle jar of beads, and I would get it braided every Saturday. You know, back in my day, as I would tell my kids, I had to do that, get up early, eat breakfast, you know, when I was laying in bed to 9 or 10, and get my hair braided, go outside and play, be home for the pole light come on. But anyway, also, I remember in the 90s, the music was on point, as well as the fashion, the different colors. I was enamored in all the colors. The windbreakers used to be my favorite. I had so many windbreakers, it made no sense. Also, do you guys remember Big T and Midnight Love? I did that, and I grew up in a household where my grandma was in church. I was raised in church. I would have to sneak to watch it because she taught the blues, and we had Donnie Simpson, and he had the green eyes or whatever. But my first video I ever saw, my first husband slash baby daddy slash I'm 34 and still bump his music. The first video I ever saw, 5th grade, Tupac Shakur. It was Brenda Had a Baby. That was the first video I ever seen. Everything up to that point was Bobby Jones Gospel, cartoons, and we will talk about the cartoons, and playing outside, OUT out, baseball. I played T-ball for a many number of years. Hopscotch, jump rope, double dutch, all this. But anyway, you guys, Tupac, favorite rapper. I did a tag video last year where I did my top favorite rap. That's Baby Daddy #1. I was watching him the other night on Netflix on Different World, and my home there. I like, you know, that was Baby Daddy #1. I'm talking about, I so love him. His music, everything. These rappers can't touch him. I was so in love that in high school I wanted the tattoo of Tupac, and I said my first son was going to be named after him. No lie. My first son, if I had a son, I was naming after Tupac Shakur. But anyway, the cartoon. I function, conjunction function, the Looney Tunes. Tiny Toons, all the Nickelodeon shows, Doug, Rugrats. I watched Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, Big Fraggle Rock, Champ. I watched all that as a kid. All of that. And we had one TV. So we had to get up like 6 a.m., my brother and I, to watch all our favorite cartoons. Because remember, cartoons used to go off after a certain time and then it'd be regular TV. And my granddaddy loved baseball. So I had the best of both worlds or whatever. I remember a few shows from the 90s. Well, of course, they still play Martin, Good Times, Sanford and Son. I watched Generations. That was my soap opera back in the day. All My Children, General Hospital, One Life to Live. I remember all of these people. Even some are still on to this day. The Flintstones was one of my favorite cartoons too. And also, I used to like the movies of the 90s. Now, the movies of the 90s was up and down for me because everybody was into that Freddy Krueger stuff. I couldn't. I tried, had nightmares to this day. I don't even really watch it. It does something to me. That and the Jason movies or whatever, but the house party movies, I love. The USA Up All Night with Godfrey. I can't think of his first name. It's right there, but y'all know Godfrey. Him and Alvira, I did that every Saturday night. And also in the 90s, everything was cheaper, and we were the candy store. So I seen most of the kids from the neighborhood, and I also hung out a lot. In the 90s, granted, we only had like 3 streets, side streets. You can walk up the street or whatever. So when I went to town where my husband lived at, during this time, this is like right before I met my husband or whatever. It was so much fun because we would play for hours. We would catch the lightning bugs. I mean, it was just the best time to me. And me and my friends would sing all the songs, whether it was Escape, Whitney Houston, Jody Watley, CC Peniston. See, these old things. I'm missing Crystal Waters. Yeah, youngsters don't know nothing about that. I'm talking about we would be 4 or 5 of us just out there with our toothbrushes, makeshift microphones, getting in. Everybody wants to be kind of like the sister. I remember when they had a group. Do y'all remember that? The MC Hammer, we had the little shirts and all that. The 90s were so cool, you guys. It was like laid back. People had, I want to say during this time, the Biebers. I was a big Janet Jackson fan. Also, and then came the braids or whatever. I had my regular hair. So my braids were already fit. That people are paying extra amount of dollars for. And I mean, back in the days, all the girls had the braids and the fingernails, the lead press on nails. Also, I was big on game shows. We had Supermarket Sweep, the Nickelodeon show. It wasn't called Slime Time, but it Family Time or something. You guys give me that name. You remember the families went on, took a peek, and they would win so much money. The one with Chuck Woolery, I can't press your luck. I used to watch that. Let's Make a Deal. It was just so many, you guys. I'm going off the top of the dome. I didn't make a list. But anyway, these were all shows we did back in the 90s. We had arcades. I used to do that a lot. Pac-Man, Name That Tune, all of that. As well as we had like different movies, matinees and everything. So that's why I watched all my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was a girly girl and a telling boy all at the same time. And also during the 90s, I was kind of like transitioning to middle school. So this is where I met my husband. So then, because I kind of grew up in it. Everywhere we had some phones, and every time they ring, they would light up. My husband had one. And that was actually our secret way of calling each other because I had a curfew, you guys. Like, I had to be home, do chores, do this and that. And I'm thankful for all of that because it kept me out of majority of the trouble that some of my other allies or friends, whatever, ended up getting into. And every time it rang, it light up. That was our signal to cut the little tone off. And it rings and then it lights up. And also, let me throw in the junk food. I was a big every type of candy eater. That's why I don't eat candy now. I'm talking about, we used to have a gum that was long. It was pink. It was an orange wrapper. It used to have tattoos on it. I forgot the name of it, but it was long and flat, and you used to open it. The long strip piece gum. I used to try to chew that. The gum in the tin foil. I got that My cell phone going out. That's probably my husband. But anyway, I catch him in a minute. Also, I used to eat the Boston baked beans, the red hot pig feet. I'm talking the pig feet in a jar, and the hot deer pickles, and we would pour like Kool-Aid on it. Have Kool-Aid pickles. I'm from the South. We did the freeze cups, all of that. Like the 90s were my time. Like music, fashion, everything was so laid back. And that was just a little bit of the 90s of what I remember. I'm pretty sure it's much more. If you guys have any memories from the 90s, drop it below. Just doing this off top of the dome because I'm waiting on my daughter. I was actually planning on having notes with this, but anyway, like I said, y'all know my rappers. It's too hard. Still that dude to this day. And then I remember being with my girlfriends. We out of all these guys we were married, we had the Not About Nature, the Public Enemy, the Will Smith, the Heavy D, all these guys, posters on the wall. Y'all guys remember posters in magazines when you can tear them out and stick them on your wall and everything, and the hair books and the chats and everything. Totally miss those days because everything is so fast in technology now. And yeah, I was gonna get Tupac, Morris Shakur. Especially, I was just basically gonna get the middle name like on my arm, and I was the little girl. I wasn't real little, but I'm still the same size basically I was then, you know. Fast metabolism. I don't want nobody to be like, girl, you don't eat, girl, you skinny, girl, you starving yourself. Hell to the fucking no. I was gonna do that. That was my baby, and I used to love Midnight Love and Generations. And my grandparents be like, what are you watching and why are you watching this and you playing that blues? But anyway, yeah. And we actually had little places for kids to hang out. It wasn't exactly a club, but they would play music. And I sneaked out 1 or 2 times. Oh, my God. But anyway, 1 or 2 times to hang out with everybody. And my first slow dance song, y'all guys ain't gonna believe it. In middle school, 6th grade dance. R. Kelly, Honey, oh, I love some Kells. I don't care nobody say that. I still get his playlist, baby, from the 90s. And that was my first slow dance with a guy. Well, a boy at the time, because I, you know, boy, girl, dance, whatever. I didn't know a dang on thing about dancing, R. Kelly, or nothing. Like I told you, I grew up in a household. My grandma be like, you ain't playing that blues. And to me, blues was all the other kind of music, you know, kind of how you hear blues, you know it, and I love blues also, you know, but that's what she used to call it, and that was my first dance. I was so in love, you guys. I know, yeah, I was so in love. R. Kelly and Tupac, they were the main two. My first slow dance and my first rap video. Been hooked every since, and it was just a fun time. It was so carefree. The summers, to me, the summers were the best compared to how kids have to live now. They were the best for me due to the fact it wasn't a lot of killing and shooting. Of course, you had your average, you know, thieves and gangs and things or whatever. I knew different people on different sides of it. But it wasn't like it is now. Kids could stay outside, to hang out. We used to have the sprinklers. Y'all remember sprinklers? And you hook them up outside and tie them to a water hose and you run through them. That was our sprinkler system. Because in other neighborhoods or uppity neighborhoods, they would have a real thing going all over. But that's what we had in my neighborhood. I grew up in the country. I'm a country southern chick. And we would have the water hose and get all wet and run outside for hours and everything till the mosquitoes started attacking. Like I said, I'm from the country, from the city. So the mosquitoes ain't no joke. And we would catch the ladybugs and we would do like water balloons. You guys remember water balloons? Fab time. I mean, me and my friends, we grew up, we talk about it every now and then. When people be like, you remember 9 later? My best friend did that like weeks ago, and I was like, yeah. I mean, the best candy. Candy tastes different to me now. I don't buy a lot of that. My kids eat, you know, different candies now. But the Starburst and now later Skittles. Y'all remember the hot Cheetos that were the paws? I remember getting my first bag from the store, hooked on them and everything. I miss the 90s, you guys. I absolutely miss between the late 80s and the 90s. Like I said, I'm an 80s baby. And V Nick did a memory lane on that. I don't know if I would do a part two to it because I would have to really go back and think about it. But my husband will remember everything about, from the music, the fashion, the clothes, and everything. You know, I didn't want to put news stories of different things that happened in the 90s in here. I just like walking and remembering the good times. And every now and then, so my friends might have like the 80s party or the 90s party, and I'll be ready for it, like the donut. Like my hair now would take so much just to get into a donut, but I seen on TV how they selling like the bun and this and all that for so much money. I remember when it was a flock group at some gel. Y'all remember that gel and getting a toothbrush and slicking your edges down and all that. I remember that. I got my hair pressed every week for church, so that was my 90s. Getting all this burned with the hot on because I was tender-headed and didn't want to sit still. I remember all the relaxer commercials from the 90s. Just quite a bit, all the talk shows. I forgot to put them in there. As I grew up and got into my teens, late 90s, whatever, my husband was into the Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, Hey Jerry Springer. I remember when they used to really get down on there. And I glanced at it a few times. That really wasn't my thing at the time, but he kind of liked it, so I kind of watched some of it. It was good. I remember Maury way back in the day, and everything. But anyway, that was just some of the good times and some of my memories from the 90s. If anybody wants to do this tag video, you can. Like I said, I'll probably have to go back if it was questions. And I think my sis V Nick, just everything she remembered, she wrote down or whatever. And I should have taken it approach to write it down. But anyway, this is just off the top of the dome. And I've been meaning to do that. I'm going to try to get the Mary review up probably tomorrow night because I will be on Friday. I'm so behind. I have to get organized. Y'all pray for me. But anyway, you guys let me know your favorite decades and what you like. Oh, I can't forget the nose piercings that came out and all the earrings in the ears and all that. I actually tried that when I was 18. And my ears said, no, ma'am, not today. Because my kids constantly teased me about it. And actually, my husband at that time was like, why you have all the earrings? Because I had like one way up here. And I had three right here, you know. And you know how you go to little places and they do them cheap. Well, my ears was very sensitive. I always had ear issues. They was like, no, ma'am, not today. And so I actually had to let mine close up, but I never did. I've been getting one here or here forever. And this is since the 90s. Me and my friends been getting one. My friend don't want on me get about $1 million more. And I'm still waiting because every time we talk, she be like, you remember back in the day? Oh, yeah. And the nicknames were the coolest back in the day. I had several. I ain't going to get into y'all, but it was like Peaches. It was like Land. It was like Critter, like from Critter the movies. Olive Oil. I was so skinny. Little Mama. Tupac White. That was my favorite. Just only me and my girlfriend knew about that one. My phone is going out. This is probably my kid's dad, which is my husband. And if he's doing all that, it's probably urgent. So I'm going to have to cut this video off. I just wanted to reminisce with you guys. You guys let me know your favorite decade if you're going to do this video. And I will talk to you later. Bye.